being who you are. Being who you are. Being Gaelic, remembering who you are, standing tall, not being embarrassed and not being apologetic or not supplicating for being who you are, is an act of rebellion. Is an act of rebellion. Remember, Éireann go bra agus tá ar lá anish. I heard that in a song, a beautiful song. Éireann go bra agus tá ar lá anish. Being who you are, being Gaelic, not being ashamed of who you are, is a act of rebellion. Just doing that every day and not being ashamed is an act of rebellion. I'm going to say that Ireland has never been free. Well, obviously it has been free a long, long time ago. But in the last centuries, it hasn't been free. It was ruled by England. And when we won our freedom, when we had the 1916 rise and we won our freedom, financially we were still tied to England. Our central banks, our currency was always tied to England. And when it was, or the city of London, very possibly. And when it wasn't, it was then tied to Europe, Germany and France, or wherever you want to call it. So I'm going to say that in a way, Ireland has never really been free. But freedom isn't about international finance. Freedom isn't about politicians or what is happening on the macro level in Ireland. Freedom is a personal choice. Freedom is a personal choice. Freedom is you being who you are and being unapologetic. That is freedom. Freedom is about you going out in the world and creating stuff, being an entrepreneur, making money, doing what you want to do. That is freedom. Finding the areas of the world where there's less regulation and working in them. That is freedom. Freedom is about trying to do something and get knocked down and get knocked down again and get knocked down again. But every time you get knocked down, you get back up again. And you say, I'm Gaelic, I have the two of the Danann within me and I'm still here. You've knocked me down a million times, but I still exist. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Every time you knock me down, I'm going to get back up again. That's freedom. I'm going to say there's been a spiritual war for 600, 700, 800 years. There's been a spiritual war in Ireland on the Gaelic people, on their identity, on who they are. It's an absolute miracle. It's an absolute miracle that Gaelic people still exist and still remember their roots. A lot of them still even remember their language and their customs and their traditions and their myths. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. We've had the British Empire, the largest corporate entity with a monopoly on force in Ireland for hundreds of years. And then we had the huge EU with their regulations on us. And we're still here. It's a miracle. We're still here, and some of us still remember who we are. Some of us will still connect in with the goddess and the two of the Danann. Some of us will still stand barefoot on the ground and get that good grounding into us. Some of us will still remember that we're supposed to eat Gaelic food. We're supposed to connect in with who we are. Some of us still remember. Many people a lot more than me. I'm learning. I'm still learning. Many people a lot more than me. But it's a beautiful thing, and it's an absolute miracle that we're still standing. It's an absolute miracle that we can say today, Éireann go bra agus tá ar lá anish. We could take Chucky ar lá, throw it in the bin. It's a black magic spell. And we can take tá ar lá anish and bring it on us. We're still here. We haven't gone. Remember us? We're still here. But being you, being you, being who you are, and being Gaelic is an absolute rebellion. Absolute rebellion. Visiting places like the beautiful Glendalough Lakes, like the Hill of Ishnach, like the Hill of Tara, and being there and speaking to the goddess, or just in your own house, it doesn't matter. Your own local woods, your own garden, it doesn't matter. Just being who you are is an act of rebellion. Eating the beautiful Irish butter, cheese, fish, meat is an act of rebellion. And just remembering who you are, whether you could be miles and miles away from Ireland, or you could be in the centre of Ireland, but either way, remembering your Gaelic and remembering your power is an act of rebellion. You don't need to change those crazy things that happen out there. You just need to feel it inside you. So live your freedom, live your truth, speak your truth, even when it's dangerous. Connect with all the peoples of the world, but don't forget who you are. Just because you interact with people from all over the world, don't forget who you are. Keep that within you. Walk barefoot on the ground. Talk to the goddess and visit places. Visit the other world. Remember who you are. And remember, Erin go bra, agus tá ar lá inis.